YouTube. What's going on, guys? Red Mist LFC. We are here. We're back. It's late. Hopefully, some of you still decide to tune in and have a peek of what I have to say about this full-time Liverpool, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Liverpool. We were away. Crazy game. I thought it was a wrap, not gonna lie. I thought it was an absolute wrap when we got it back to 2-1. I thought, yes, now we're gonna go on and then like get the third, and maybe they'll get one back, you know, but it won't be enough. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. You know, there was more dodgy decisions yet again. Yeah, let's move pages. The score was 3-1, no, 3-2. Sorry, no. What am I talking? That's my prediction. What am I talking about? Listen, it was. Look, I was up late, and yeah, I'm a bit tired, but I'm here. I'm doing it. So, yeah, without further ado, let's move screens. And this is not the predictions. Let's just get rid of that. So here we have not the score. This is my predicted score. So actually, we can alter this. Let's just quickly change this to the actual score. So this was the preview predictions. I went with a 3-1 win for us. But in actual fact, it was 2-2. So yeah, it was 2-2. You know what? Is that going to be a good result for us, or is that going to be like, that's kind of like. Oh, guys, losing to Tottenham, that's a good 5 points lost now. We've dropped 2 points to Brighton, and we've lost 3 points to Spurs. That is 5 points out the window. And that could be, you know, you win one of those, right? And, you know, winning the loss is better than a loss and a draw, obviously. But what I mean by that is, you only get 1 point for a draw. So if we had just won that Brighton game, you know, we were in a better position. Then, listen, if you win one game, you're in a better position than if you draw 3, because 1 point's for a draw. It's techie. I don't like draws. City never draw. Go and look at the draws for City. City never draw. They win or lose. I'm telling you, they draw in a season. I'm telling you, they do not draw more than 3 games. 3 games, like 1 game, 2 games most. I swear to God, it feels like that anyway. That's for sure. And I don't even think they've drawn this season. City, they either win or lost. Healthy level on that team. So yeah, the score was 2-2. As you can see, the lineup here, we had for Alisson in goal, Van Dijk, Matip, Gomez. This was my starting 11, my kind of prediction. Robertson left back, obviously Gomez right back. Endo to start. I actually thought maybe he'd participate somewhere here, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Szoboszlai, yes, McAllister, and I think it's Gravenberch behind him. Yeah, Gravenberch behind him. Diaz, Nunez, and Salah, which was, you know, nailed on due to the fact that we had Jota and Curtis serving bans for red cards last game, and obviously Thiago, Jesus Christ. Well, if he's not really, because if he was, he'd be healing himself and getting back on the goddamn pitch. So clearly he's not that. But, you know, Gakpo obviously is injured, back after the initial break, hopefully. Luckily, it's not turned out to be, you know, that serious. And then hopefully Bajcetic is on the mend as well. And hopefully he'll be back before after the initial break. So yeah, everybody, I'm even hoping Thiago, like, he's back after the international break. Don't know what's going on with him, honestly. But at least 4 of them in Jota. Well, Jota will be back, but Curtis Jones, I think he's got another 2 games, hasn't he? Something like that. So yeah, he'll still be serving a suspension. Or did he get? No, his was a straight red. It was a straight red, yeah. So he's still got 2 more games, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Yeah, so, and then obviously, yeah, on the bench we had Kwanzaa, Kelleher. This was my prediction, by the way. Kanate, Elliot, Tsimikas, Doak, Trent, and then obviously Chambers. Is it Chambers? Yeah, Luke Chambers. Obviously, this isn't Luke Chambers. I need to do a Luke Chambers card. This is actually, I think it was Herbie Kane or something Kane. Can't remember his first name, but it's something Kane, I'm sure. Is he? I don't even know if he's still at the club. If anybody knows if he's still at the club, I ain't seen or heard from him. I might even have a little bit of a browse. I know he was with us like 3-4 years ago. He might have been moved on, but yeah. If someone does know, just quickly drop in the comments if he's still here or not. That'd be cool. But yeah, so let's go and see, what the actual. Let's go and see what did Klopp actually do? What starting 11 did he go with, and what was his subs bench, and who came in, and let's see how close we got. So first and foremost, we'll start with Alisson. So Klopp to go with Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, yep. Matip, yep. He didn't go with Gomez. He chose Alexander-Arnold. Robertson, correct. He went with McAllister in the 6. And then he went Harvey Elliott in, I don't know, one of the 8s or the 10, whatever you want to call it. And then Szoboszlai on the other side, the Hendo position, the 8. And then obviously, yeah, Salah, Nunes, and Diaz. That was the same. So you went with that. So we only got the middleman wrong. Well, the DM and our left midfielder, we got wrong because he had McAllister in the middle over Endo, and then obviously Gravenberch wasn't there. Gravenberch was on the benchios. Gravenberch was on the bench, and then it was in fact Endo was on the bench as well. And what we had was Elliott came on. And Elliott came on. So yeah, excuse me. So Elliott came in. So that was the middle 3. And it was interesting because Szoboszlai and Elliott did interchange at times in the midfield, but they pretty much. I mean, it's hard to say. It was nice to see them moving around a bit. So it's hard to really say. I find, I don't know, maybe I wasn't watching hard enough or well enough. But I find them. I found that they kind of. Szoboszlai seemed to drift to the left more than Elliott was more. It was kind of more. I feel like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was it more like that kind of? Because I feel like Szoboszlai he could kind of play anywhere across the freeway. I feel like Elliott is more comfortable on the right. Even for Salah's goal, like he was literally like, he was kind of here to do the dummy. It wasn't like he was this side. He was this side. So in theory, Szoboszlai would have been this side, and Elliott would have been there if there was both in the area in the box. So yeah, so I feel like it was more that than anything. But I could be wrong. But let's revert back to what Klopp had it. Well, I say Klopp. What the TV broadcasters and whatnot had it down to, which is kind of what I would maybe go with as well. And then obviously we swap out. We bring in Trent for Gomez because obviously that was actually a thing as well. And then what we do is we go to the bench now that we have the first 11 sorted out. And who did we have on the bench? So we had Luke Chambers. Luke Chambers was there. Ben Doak was there. Kwanzaa was there. Tsimikas, yes. Adrian was on the bench. No, Kelleher. So Kelleher's injured. Yeah, of course. He's injured. God damn it. Yeah, Kelleher's injured from, he didn't play in the thingy game, did he? The European game. But I thought he was going to be alright to return to the bench. I guess not. Maybe he's obviously got quite a, not, I'm not even sure what injury it is, but I mean, maybe it's got to be, kept him out of 2-3 games now, so it's got to be reasonably, a bit of an issue. So yeah, so obviously Adrian there. I don't know if we got an Adrian. I've got an Adrian, haven't I? There he is. So let's just chuck Adrian in there. So Adrian going there. Okay, so we had Adrian, Endo, Gravenberch, Kanate. Endo, Gravenberch, Kanate. Perfect. Nine subs. So Klopp has no issues with players because he's got his starting 11, then he had his 9 subs. Everyone's made the bench, everyone's made the team, even Luke Chambers. So yeah, but when this group come back, there is going to be like 3 or 4 dropping out of the bench to make space, and even some of these will go into the first team probably. Let's quickly talk about a few of them individually, and then we can just quickly flip screens and go on to just giving them quick ratings, and then we'll stop it there. So first and foremost, Alisson. I had a brain fart moment then. I don't know. I wanted to say Adrian for some reason, but Adrian is on my mind. Alisson Becker. What's the deal with that goal? Was he? I mean, I think he was surprised that the guy shot early. The Brighton midfield, I think he was, or winger. He shot early. I think he caught Alisson mid-step as he was kind of trailing back, as he was backtailing it towards his goal. Or trying to cut the angle, and he just got past Alisson. I think maybe Alisson could have potentially done better. It's hard to say. It's really hard to, because I mean, the fact that Alisson didn't expect him to shoot earlier is that Alisson's fault, because you can't think about something if you're not going to think about it. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't. So Alisson's not going to be like, oh, he might shoot early, I better. Like, he clearly doesn't think that he's going to shoot, so he's not going to attempt to try and move across the goal earlier. And also he had Van Dijk. I kind of think Van Dijk's defending was a bit bad there, to be honest, because all he does, he knew the keeper was out, yeah, and all he did was back up. Your goalie's out. Last thing you want him to do is shoot early, so you need to shut him off because he's going to shoot early. So there's no point in backing up. I mean, hindsight is a fine thing. I can sit here and say that. Do you know what I mean? When you're on the pitch, and I've been in a situation where I've been on the pitch, it happens so fast that you're like, oh, shit. But yeah, it's easy for us to say, oh, you should have seen that. Hindsight is a fine thing. But I do think the Van Dijk, I don't know, I feel like he should have, as soon as he messed up the pass a little bit, which we'll move on to, I do think he should have I don't think he should have, because we had players, you know, Matip was around him, you know, Robertson was tracking back, Matip was around, I think I said Matip, no, Trent was nearby, so I don't think he was like in like mega danger. I think he could have held, he just backed up. If he just holds his position from when McAllister's intercepted and then the Brighton guy kind of dribbles a bit, if he doesn't back up, the guy, I think he ends up close enough to potentially intercept the shot or kind of get a block on or something. I really do, honestly, I really do. So that sucked. Now the pass, I just want to say that if you've been listening to some of my previews and stuff and full times, I have been on McAllister's back a little bit. I do think he's good enough to play that position. If he's been blooded for that position, I do think it will take him time. I do think he will improve. He is in the top 5 for like tackles and closing down and pressing, so his work rate is improving in that position. I think he's a very good, I think he can be a very good controller of the ball, and I do think he can dictate play. The only thing is, I don't know if he's very athletic or physical. Now, I don't always believe you have to be like a Decore or, you know, a Fabinho to play that position. No, I don't think you need to be, not at all. I think there's certain ways of playing it. For instance, Rodri. Let's look at Rodri. You don't ever see Rodri running after someone and giving them a slide tackle or being physically manhandling people of the ball. You don't. Mainly because he's always in possession of the ball. So all you see is his on the ball attributes for starters. But all you see from Rodri is just nicking the ball, puts the leg in here, little trip here, a hand on the shoulder, pulls him back, takes the yellow card. Whenever he even gets a yellow card, he does it so slyly. It's a bit like Fernandinho. Gets away with God knows. He gets away with everything. It's awful. But yeah, he's very sly and snide. Stepping into spaces, forcing different passes from your position. Nope, you're not passing there because I'm putting my body in the way. Which pushes the pass to maybe a pass out wide, a less dangerous pass or a back pass. The way he moves around in the area is very smart. So I don't think you need to be a bull in the china shop. Honestly, I don't. So I'm McAllister. I don't think he's technically as good as Rodri in that position. I think Szoboszlai could be, but Szoboszlai isn't. I think you lack. If you play Szoboszlai there, you lack his what he offers in other areas and going forward. 100%. But I'm not saying I'm going to put Szoboszlai there. But what I'm saying is Szoboszlai could play that role. However, we have a man called Thiago who could play that role, and I think he slots in there. And I think between he and Endo, eventually when Endo's up to scratch, I think those two with Bajcetic, I think those three in total will deal with that position. And I do think McAllister or will deal with the position, not sure, can deal with the position, and McAllister will move into a 6. So I'll be very surprised if Thiago comes back and Thiago plays not the 6. Thiago played McAllister in the I can't remember what I was saying now. Anyway, let's move from there. I will be very surprised if Thiago comes back and plays in the left side of midfield, the 10 or 8, the double 8, whatever you might want to call it. I'll be very surprised if he does play there and McAllister stays in the 6, because I think Thiago is very clever minded defensively, a bit like Rodri, from experience and position and stuff like that. He doesn't have the height and sometimes doesn't have the physicality. Yes, Rodri is taller and a bit more physical. But I don't think Rodri is very fast as such. And I have seen him get beaten and he does, you can go past him. He's not, and he's not going to run you down either. Absolutely not going to run you down. So that's going to be really interesting to see how it sort of goes about. The other thing that is kind of is sort of prodding me is I'm wondering whether some of you might know I have this thing where Gravenberch, I feel like Gravenberch is still a possibility for the 6. I just really do. I still think he's in and around it. And what I feel like could be going on is that somewhere Klopp has to get Gravenberch involved, up to speed, confident, playing games, his touch going. He needs to be nurtured a bit. Needs to gain a bit of experience. He needs to be comfortable in the team, the first team, coming on situations. Get everything, get into a good place, get into a happy spot when playing for the team. Off-field relationships, like on-field relationships with the players, whatever. And then maybe when that is all in order and he's comfortable, you might see him drop into the 6. I still think, and I'm going to stick with it, I still think I have enough reason to believe that long term he could be an option. I just got a weird feeling. I've not really seen it yet. In fact, I've not seen it yet. But I just think in that position so early in the season and joining the team, I just think it's a lot for... I think Gravenberch will be worse in the position than McAllister. I don't think Gravenberch is ready for that position yet. I think McAllister, World Cup winner, excellent at Brighton, regular. I think he is... I think it's smart, thick-skinned. I think it's smart for McAllister to take on that role, or deputising it for the moment. Yeah, I just think he's the perfect candidate there's nobody else at the moment that would do it better. In long term, I feel like there could be players that do it better. With Endo, obviously something's not right with Endo. I don't know whether he's full fluent in English or whether he's partially fluent in English or what. Could it be a communication thing that is not quite, maybe he needs more English lessons and that needs to get better, because tactics, understanding when to move and push, and I can't imagine what it would be like. But maybe he does speak some kind of English. But however, he was in Germany for a while. Does he speak a bit of German words? Like Klopp could communicate in German, maybe with him on a bit. I don't know. Is that an excuse? Is it not an excuse? They're communicating somehow. But maybe that could be an issue where it's taking him time to adjust. In training, is he showing good fitness levels in training? He is 30. I don't think he's long term the plan, which is why I said maybe short term, along with Thiago and Bajcetic, between them they can kind of and obviously Gravenberch, I'm gonna stick him in as well. Maybe they can kind of deal with the role until we can get well, some people say they want a DM in their specialized DM. I just think that you just need somebody who understands the position and is better with their back to goal. Like for instance, I mean, would Trent play that role better than Alexis McAllister? I think Alexis McAllister is better defensively than Trent. The irony of that, right? The absolute irony of that. I think he's better defensively, back like facing his own goal. Sorry, if you're shutting down players, tackling, and the stats have proved that. I just gave you a little stat. I'm not really a stats man, but that has come to light, and I thought, what, let me just mention it. But then Trent back to goal, facing his own goal. I think he could probably be better in that position than McAllister. McAllister likes to be further up. So yeah, there are players. We do have enough players to cover that position. So that was, the reason why he made the mistake was because he didn't see the guy on his right side. He checked over his left shoulder, and because of the area of the pitch, usually that's the first thing you do is your left shoulder, because what happens is you're controlling with your right foot. Usually you'll turn it like towards your left foot, or that's how you control it. You're not going to receive it on your right foot and go to the right. You will come inside. So that's why he did a quick over the shoulder left check, peripheral vision, when you're riding a motorbike and you do I can't remember what it's called now. It's called the, what's it? Lifesavers check or something like that. I don't know. Something along the lines. Did that a long time ago. My license. You do a quick look. You don't even turn your whole head round over your shoulder. You don't look. You just kind of glance and then use your peripheral out the corner of your eye just to see if anybody's, coming up behind you. He didn't do that to the right side. He didn't check his right side. He didn't even go right, then to the left, or left and then do the right quickly. He probably thought he checked his right and it's only Robertson, then he was good, not knowing that the Brighton dude just drifted into the spot. And that's where you caught him. If you watch the replay, you see him, he looks to his left, don't check his right, and boom, he's caught out. It's just, I don't think the pass from Van Dijk was sloppy. A lot of people are trying to blame Van Dijk. I get it, we love McAllister, I love him too. But I don't think it was Van Dijk's pass at all. I think it was sloppy play from McAllister, not checking. The area. Although it's arguable because Van Dijk can see him, but in my opinion, from the distance, when Van Dijk looks at McAllister and they've kind of decided between them, telekinetically that I'm going to pass you the ball, I think McAllister has enough space and time to play a one touch pass back if he's on his toes. I felt like the Brighton guy just sensed it. He just sensed you know, if I apply some pressure, I maybe get something here. And it was just speed and his just alertness that beat him to the ball over McAllister. I don't even think it was a Van Dijk sloppy pass, not at all. So I'm not going to blame Van Dijk for that per se. I will blame Van Dijk because I feel like he just kept going backwards when this guy is going to try and shoot early. You need to stop him first and foremost from shooting early. And that's the bottom line, because your keeper's not in the goal. So you need to stop him from shooting early. And he never. So that's where I think he effed up. McAllister was just, you know, he had a, you know, brain fart moment. And he effed up too. So yeah. Hey, it is what it is. What can you say? Matip, I thought Matip was fine. And no problems with Matip. Not at all. Thought it was good. I thought it was a good performance. Nothing amazing. Just, you know, bog standard. I felt like he kept it simple this time. Was really careful in his own area of the pitch this time round. Yeah, it was a good shift from Matip, I think. Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know, first full game back practically, or nearly first full game back. Obviously, Matip and Trent came off for Kanate and Gomez. But yeah, you know, Trent was alright. Could have done a bit more going forward, maybe. Defending was cool. No mistakes, no errors. That I can remember anyway. Pascal Gross goal. Nah, I don't think that was anything to do with Trent either. Yeah, no, I thought Trent was alright. Robertson, I don't think he had a great game, Robertson, at all. Nothing was really his fault, though. At the same time, I thought he just played pretty average, you know. Yeah, could he have got? I don't know. Could he got up and down a bit more? Maybe. Yeah. It was just a simple performance, isn't it? Right? It wasn't a performance where he was like, oh my god, our boys are playing really good, and nothing like that. At the same time, we weren't horrific or really bad. It was just, I don't know, it was just Liverpool, innit? You know, doing what we do best. Callison, we spoke about some time-ish about his going forward with him and where we go with him now and the DM, etc. So we're going to keep an eye out for that one. Harvey Elliott, nice dummy for the goal. I think he was running around. Good work rate. Both of them really. Supposedly was quiet this game. Good work rate, solid. So yeah, I don't think there was really a standout performer. Diaz, there was rumours and you know, talking about maybe if we replace him or get someone else in or whatever. Weren't too much of a shabby performance, although it wasn't exhilarating in any way. He did have a couple chances, I think, or a chance early on. Not sure, which maybe he should have done better with. What else was there? Nunez assists for Salah's goal, which is good. Was he involved in the penalty? I can't remember. I know someone was dragged down. But he was in and around it, affecting the play, so I don't know. Maybe. And Salah, 2 goals, penalty, and then obviously the keeper's bottom right corner from McAllister's dummy. Sorry, yeah. Kevin McAllister? Alexis. It's probably didn't paraphrase yet. Alexis McAllister's No, it wasn't. It was Nunez. It was Nunez's pass, and then Harvey Elliott gave the dummy, and then Mo Salah bottom corner goal, 2-1 up. Yeah, no, Mo Salah, he was doing bits. Probably was the best player today, to be fair. That's it today. On the weekend, I think it probably was Mo Salah. Nunez, I just don't know about Nunez starting. I just don't know. Something's weird about it. Definitely could have done with a Gakpo in the side. I think Nunez coming on at the moment is still his forte. As I said in earlier seasons, he's the unwritten Dirk. He's the unwritten super sub kind of thing at the moment. And I think Gakpo starts over him. That's just my personal opinion and choice. I can't even remember too many opportunities that he had, or he carved out for himself, or anything like that. I think Nunez needs to sometimes just do things for himself more. Maybe create his own opportunities, like Gakpo sometimes does. So yeah, I mean it's interesting. It's very interesting. Substitutions: Gravenberch, Konate, Gomez. Let's just drag those across real quick. Gomez, Konate came on from a tip. Konate came on from my tip. All right, Konate came off from a tip, and then it was Gravenberch came on for. Oh, it's Harvey Elliott. Is it Harvey Elliott? Yeah, it was Harvey Elliott. Suppose I got yellow card. Oh yeah, we need to talk about that penalty that penalty issue as well. We do that shortly. So there was the subs. Konate, I thought was, I ain't gonna say too much about it. It is what it is. They could have won it near the end. We had another brain fart moment. Gomez, the whole Gomez thing. I think it sucks the fact that Gomez didn't start. He should have started over Trent. I think that's bad for the squad. I think it's bad for Gomez's morale, because all it says to me, and shouts to Gomez, is that no matter how well you play, how good you are, in this game, in the game before, in the game before that, you could have had 10 blinding games, played 10 blinding games. You will always be like a backup to Trent if Trent's fit. If Trent's not fit, cool, you have your time. But if Trent's fit, forget about it. You're not playing for Liverpool. Like, you'll be on the bench, and any time you're gonna play is if something happens to Trent. That's bad. I feel like he should have kept his place, 100%. And if anything, subbed off, and in the next game you start Trent. Like, I just think that was really, really bad. It just makes Gomez think to himself, what's the fucking point? Like, I'm playing out my skin here. I had some good games. Yeah, the fans have been like, supporting me and have been on it with my performance. I'm not getting slated, etc., etc. But now, Jesus, like I'm not even getting picked. Like, well, what's the point? Like, and I feel like that happens in a lot of positions. Konate, Matip, not so much. Because neither one of those are nailed on. I think Matip is just ahead in the pecking order at the moment. As I said in some of my other videos, I do think he has a better partnership with Van Dijk than Van Dijk does with Konate, 100%. Obviously, they've got a lot of history together as well before Konate even arrived. But yeah, I do think it won't be long before maybe Konate gets the nod and starts next to Van Dijk. Who knows? But no, he didn't do nothing wrong for me. It was 2-2, finished 2-2. Luckily they didn't get the winner. We could have got a winner with Gravenberch hitting the post. But yeah, seeing as we're talking about him hitting the post, let's just go on to him and talk about, I mean, the effort. I mean, that effort should have stuck it away, right? Absolutely should have stuck it away. It did come pretty quick to him, maybe, possibly. Nah. Right on left footed, I think he's as good as either foot, isn't he? Doesn't really matter. It wasn't on target because he hit the post, hit the bar. But I was gonna say it was on target, but it wasn't because he hit the bar. If it was on target, then it would have gone in the goal, as such. But for some reason, that's not the forte, and that hasn't seemed to have worked. But it's really, really odd. Not quite understanding how he managed to hit the bar from there. Well, I'll be honest with that. So the penalty. Now, I've always said, and I've been a fan of not getting a straight red, like a double whammy. So if you foul a player in the box, it's a penalty, and depending on the type of foul, categories, all that stuff, it may be yellow or red. Now I'm against a red and a penalty. I think it should be one or the other. I think the crime, I think, is too harsh. I don't see the point in it either. So you give the other team a penalty and then they're down to 10 men. So you automatically give one team the advantage and ruin the chance of an interesting game. I think a yellow card and then a penalty is enough. That guy's on a warning, needs to be careful, or another yellow card needs off as well. And then there'll be like 9 men and, no players practically. But I don't think you should get a red for it. That I saw it. There was a man kind of on the line. And if Szoboszlai tried to take it early, that guy dives and potentially does have an opportunity or a chance to block it out. I don't think that should have been a red. Wasn't like a red to me. But you know how I am. You know how I feel about that rule anyway. I don't think it should be a red. So yeah. Trying to think. Yeah, I'm happy with that decision. I was happy with it. A lot of Liverpool fans were screaming, "Oh, it's a red, it's a red, it's a red." What was crazy, and we're going to skip to the other match, the Arsenal Man City briefly, is the Kovacic tackle. Ridiculous. And like Curtis Jones, he got sent off for a better tackle. Do you want there to be tackles in this? Like Kovacic, all of the tackles. The first one was a yellow. Second one, well, I think one of them was a red, actually, to be fair. And then he does it again, and then Oliver didn't even bat an eyelid, mate. Something's very fishy, and we all need to talk about it. We need to all put it out there. It's super fishy. It's so fishy. I said as soon as VAR came in, I said VAR is going to come in to enable referees to control, like the higher ups to control matches and fix games when necessary or need be. 100%. I'm telling you that's what it's gonna be. But I'm contemplating on having I've lost my train of thought. Shit. I was gonna say, I hate when it happens. Forget it. You know what, guys? We're gonna. I've waffled on quite a lot. We're gonna move on to the rating screen. We're gonna give our players the rating. So let's just. I'm gonna do it from here. I'm gonna put them on the pitch. Maybe. Should I? Shouldn't I? I got the pitch there, didn't I? Got the pitch there. Yeah, why not? All right. So Alisson, hold on a minute. Why is he doing that? All right, 1 minute. Just gotta fix that. Let's go below, maybe. There we go. All right. So okay. Where are we? Two strikers. Nunes goes there. Diaz goes there. Midfielder. McAllister. Van Dijk. Bajcetic. Szoboszlai. Harvey. What? Harvey, where you go? Trent's there. Where's Robertson? Robertson's there. Robertson goes there. Let's move Trent across a bit with my tip. Okay, I know what the problem is. You gotta move it down even further. Let's go with there. Excuse my phone. All right, so we had the 4-3-3. Good lord. Good lord. Let's just lock that. Bloody OBS. Right, okay, we're good. So what are we looking at here? Alisson, I'm gonna go with a I'm gonna go with a I'm gonna go with 6.5. But Alisson, Van Dijk, maybe a 7. Okay, yeah, maybe a 7. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Let's go with a 7. But Alisson, Matip, I think a 7.5 is all right for him. Maybe a bit smaller. Robertson, I'm gonna go with 6.5 for Robertson. Trent, I'm gonna go with a no. Do you know what? I think no. Hold on. I think probably a 7 actually. Let's go with 7 for Robbo, and I think a 7 for Trent. I think the fact that all the back 4 are like 7s and the goalies are 6.5, I kind of think that makes sense in terms of conceding 2 goals. I also think McAllister was probably a 7.5 or a 7, maybe even a 7 as well. 7.5. Maybe he was 7.5. He didn't do anything. I think that's too good for him. I'm gonna go lower. I think if I'm gonna go lower, thinking about it, guys, I'm gonna go lower. I think he was probably more a 6. Or is that maybe a no? I'm gonna go even lower. I'm gonna go 5.5. And the mistake was big. That mistake has basically cost us 2 points, 2 more points. So we would have had 3 points because we would have won. That mistake. Nah, man. I think he can sit above 5.0, 5.5. You can have. Harvey. Don't think Harvey was that good at all. There's a little dummy thing. I'd give him a 6. Oh shit. It's a bit big. What she said. That's what she said. Yeah, it's a 6 for him. So Bozolai wasn't great, I don't think. I do not know. This is a tough one. 7 for Sabozalai. Yeah, probably. Mo Salah, I think I'm gonna give him. Scored 2, didn't he? And an assist? No, he scored 2. I think an 8.5. I think he got the goals, but I don't know whether his actual in-game play was all that. I could be wrong. Nunes got the assists. I'd probably go for a 7.5 for Nunes though. Still. Diaz. I feel like Diaz, yeah. think a 6.5. Are they a bit harsh? Are they harsh? I don't know. I don't know if they're too harsh or not. I think our key player dragged us out, to be honest. We played bad. Well, I say bad, those ratings are very, very average. We're very, very good players. So let's just do the substitutions. I don't know if we got enough. Gomez, when Gomez came on, I don't have enough numbers. Actually, yeah. What do we do here? Gomez, Konate, and Gravenberch. Gravenberch was positive when he came on. Gravenberch was positive when he came on, that's for sure. So maybe we'll go for like was he better than SALAH? No. It's probably more of like probably a 6.5 Gravenberch. Probably a 6.5, right? Let's bring up another 6.5. Copy. Alright, let's bring up another one. There we go. 6.5 for Gravenberch. And then Konate. Konate was just standard, really, wasn't he? I think we go for probably a 6. Yeah, so let's go over 6 for, who was it? Who was it? Konate. Where's he gone? Where's Konate gone? I'm going blind. Ah, there he is. Look there as well. Alright, so Konate came on, he got a 6. And then obviously the last player was Joe Gomez. Probably a 6, probably a 6 again, to be fair. Didn't do much else. They didn't do anything wrong, didn't do anything right. Yeah. 6 again. So yeah, they were the 3 subs. Only used 3 subs. That's crazy. Maybe just didn't trust didn't trust his bench. Kwanzaa, Derek, Chambers, Tsimikas, Adrian. You're not gonna bring on Kwanzaa. You're not gonna bring on Chambers. You're not gonna bring on Tsimikas. You're not gonna bring on Endo. You're not gonna bring on Adrian. The only one that potentially could have come on was Ben Doak. And why would you take off SALAH to put on Ben Doak when SALAH can get you that winner and the game was tight? So yeah, 2 of those substitutes could have played, but 2 was unused. Interesting, very interesting. I'm worried for Endo. We shall see what lineup returns in the it's a home game, right? Anfield, Merseyside derby. I'm quite glad that the game is at home. Actually, I think we need to get this result over the line. Win this game, then I think our tails will be up. Yeah, I'd rather deal with the away tie, the away Mersey derby leg next year when we've moved forward with our team. Maybe got another midfielder in or whatever it might be in January. Yeah, I'd rather play Everton away when we're more running down, attacking the league, running down the league title. We'll be in better place. We'll be better form. Yeah. Okay, so that was a 2-2 draw. Those are the ratings. I predicted man of the match. I don't remember who I think it was. I can't remember who I said it was after start. Or did I even do one? Maybe I didn't do one. Not sure. But yeah. Apologies for, it has been a bit of a long one. I have been waffling. I'm very tired. I was actually starting to drift off at some stages. And just go to sleep. But listen, if you feel like you like anything that's happening here, I appreciate you just even taking interest and listening to what I've got to say and watching. Yeah, hugely appreciate it. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.